Mount Rainier rises, pure white against the sky, a monument of nature's artistry. It's a constant presence for millions, a symbol of the Pacific Northwest. But beneath its serene beauty lies a powerful secret. This is a sleeping giant. Scientists are watching, listening, and what they hear is a warning. Mount Rainier is not just a mountain, it's one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the world. Not because it's the biggest, but because of what surrounds it: cities, rivers, and people. The question isn't if it will wake, but when. The forces that shaped this peak are still alive, churning deep within the earth. We must respect that power. Imagine a force that can turn rock into rivers of fire. This is the essence of a volcano. Mount Rainier's danger comes from its location and its icy crown. It's a giant slumbering in a crowded room. Scientists work to solve the puzzle before the giant stirs. We must look closer, peel back the layers, and understand its past to prepare for its future. The mountain whispers through tremors, escaping gases and swelling ground. These are the signs we must learn to read. The story of Mount Rainier is a test of our foresight and our ability to live with nature's power. We build our lives in its shadow, often forgetting the forces beneath. The same power that lifted this peak could one day reshape the land again. Our relationship with the mountain is delicate. Its beauty draws us in, but its power demands our attention. To survive, we must listen to the sleeping giant. This is not just a story about a mountain, it's a story about us. Will we be ready when the giant wakes? Mount Rainier stands in Washington, the crown jewel of the Cascade Range, a chain of volcanoes along the Ring of Fire. Here, tectonic plates collide, birthing mountains and fueling eruptions. Rainier soars over 14,000 feet, the most glaciated peak in the lower 48 states. Its glaciers are both beautiful and dangerous, holding more ice than any other Cascade volcano. When fire meets ice, disaster can follow. An eruption could melt glaciers rapidly, unleashing deadly floods and mudflows. Unlike Hawaii's slow lava, Rainier's eruptions could be explosive, like Mount St. Helens in 1980. But Rainier's massive ice cap adds a terrifying twist. The mountain is the heart of a national park, drawing millions to its trails and forests. Yet, the landscape is shaped by ancient volcanic mudflows, reminders of past cataclysms. The valleys radiating from Rainier were carved by both water and volcanic power. Its unique combination of fire and ice makes it a special case for concern. The threat isn't just theoretical. The evidence is written in the land. Rainier is a living museum of volcanic power. Its beauty and danger are inseparable. The question remains, what happens when the ice meets fire again? What makes a volcano erupt? The answer lies deep beneath our feet. The Earth's crust is broken into tectonic plates floating on a sea of molten rock. Where plates collide, one dives beneath the other. Subduction, melting into magma. This magma rises, collecting in chambers beneath the surface. Like a shaken soda bottle, gases build pressure as magma nears the surface. If the magma is thick, gases get trapped, pressure builds, and the result is an explosive eruption. Ash, rock, and gas can blast miles into the sky, disrupting life far beyond the mountain. Pyroclastic flows, superheated avalanches, incinerate everything in their path. For Rainier, the real danger comes when eruption heat meets its vast ice. The combination can unleash catastrophic mud flows. The mountain's eruptions are violent, but the aftermath can be even more deadly. Understanding these inner workings is key to predicting what comes next. To predict the future, we study the past, and Rainier's history is violent. The mountain has been built up and torn down over 500,000 years. Its last major eruption was about 1,000 years ago, but smaller events have happened since. Even minor eruptions can trigger disaster, especially with so much ice. The most telling evidence isn't lava, but thick layers of hardened mud, ancient Lahars. Some Lahars traveled all the way to where cities now stand. The Osceola mud flow, 5,600 years ago, buried over 200 square miles. It wasn't triggered by a massive eruption, but by the mountain's collapse. Rainier doesn't need to erupt to be deadly. It can fail under its own weight. The threat is constant, not just during eruptions. The land beneath our feet holds the memory of past cataclysms. Scientists read these clues to understand what could happen again. The danger is real, and it's written in mud. What is a lahar? Imagine a river of wet concrete moving as fast as a car, smashing through everything in its path. On Rainier, lahars form when glacier melt mixes with volcanic debris. These flows funnel into valleys, picking up trees, rocks, and soil, growing more powerful as they descend. By the time they reach populated lowlands, they're unstoppable walls of destruction. Unlike floods, lahars harden into solid masses, entombing everything. Towns like Ording and Puyallup sit directly atop ancient lahar deposits, right in the path of future flows. The Puyallup River Valley is especially vulnerable, with tens of thousands at risk. In a major lahar, residents might have less than an hour to escape. The scale of potential disaster is staggering. Homes, infrastructure, and lives could be lost in minutes. This isn't hypothetical, it's a geological certainty. Rainier has produced these flows before and will again. The true monster in Rainier's shadow is the lahar. Scientists focus on this threat because it's immediate and personal. The question is not if, but when. How do we monitor a sleeping giant? Scientists at the Cascades Volcano Observatory use a network of instruments to detect the faintest signs of unrest. Seismometers pick up tiny earthquakes as magma moves. GPS stations track the mountains swelling and shifting. Gas sensors detect changes in volcanic emissions. All this data forms an early warning system, giving communities precious time to act. The goal: spot trouble before it erupts. Our safety depends on their vigilance and rapid response. Imagine the warning signs: earthquakes, swelling ground, rising gas emissions. Scientists issue alerts. Emergency agencies mobilize. The public is warned. Be ready to evacuate. If activity escalates, steam and ash could erupt, melting glaciers and triggering lahars. Acoustic monitors in valleys detect the rumble of approaching mud flows. Sirens sound in towns like Ording. Residents have minutes to reach high ground. Evacuation is chaotic. Success depends on preparation and quick action. The aftermath: neighborhoods buried, infrastructure destroyed, lives upended. Ashfall could cripple the region for years. The risk is not exaggerated. It's based on Rainier's history and the world at its feet. When the giant stirs, everything changes. The race is against time, with thousands of lives at stake. Will we heed the warnings? Living near Mount Rainier means embracing beauty and danger. The challenge is not fear, but awareness. Preparedness is survival. Know your evacuation route, have supplies, take drills seriously. Public education turns fear into action. The sirens and warnings only work if people understand and respond. We can't control the mountain, but we can prepare. Knowledge and readiness are our best defenses. Rainier is a reminder of Earth's power and our place within it. We are not helpless. We can coexist with nature's forces. The next time you see the mountain, remember, it's a sleeping giant and a call to action. Respect its power, be ready, and live wisely in its shadow. The giant will not sleep forever. If we are wise, we'll be ready when it wakes.